Welcome back to the channel. Today let's take a closer look at the Kimber Micro 9. To me, this Micro 9 is very reminiscent of the Colt Mustang, and it does look like a scaled down 1911, but it really isn't a true 1911. This Micro 9 lacks having a grip safety. It also doesn't incorporate a barrel bushing, and there are some other subtle differences with the frame mounted safety and trigger arrangement. That aside, the sights on this Micro 9 are actually pretty good. Weighing in at a mere 16.5 ounces, fully loaded, definitely places this Kimber in the lightweight category. The magazine holds 7 rounds of 9mm. Chambering around and topping off the magazine gives you a total capacity of 8 rounds. I have fairly large hands and can still manage to get a pretty decent hand purchase on this Micro 9. People with smaller hands will really like this pistol's grip size. My wife insisted that I mention that. Let's actually compare this Micro 9 against an officer size 1911. As you can see, the Micro 9 is more compact in all respects. Both are chambered in 9mm, and you can probably guess which one is going to be a little snappier when fired.
He got a little bit upset about it and said something to Crystal, and then Crystal got real pissed to this fucking place, and we pulled up and parked, spread out, set up again, and this fucking coyote come in from behind it, right between him and Richard Bowman.
I personally don't find the Micro 9's recoil to be the least bit unmanageable. In fact, I found it to be conspicuously softer than some of its similar-sized polymer competitors. Like any self-defense handgun this size, frequent range practice will definitely help you be proficient with your shot placement. Loaded with high-performance self-defense ammo, this little Kimber is a pretty potent, easy-to-conceal, everyday carry option. The trigger on this Micro 9 is something that I'd rate as fair. According to my trigger gauge, this trigger trips the sear at approximately 6 3/4 pounds. Although it looks a lot like a standard 1911 trigger, it's actually set up a little differently. There's a wee bit of travel as the trigger is pressed, and there's a tiny bit of mush at the break. And yes, there's some die-hard 1911 fans who might offer a bit of criticism when it comes to the Micro 9's trigger. But in this Kimber's defense, I will say this: the Micro 9's trigger is still far better than most striker-fired pistols that I've experienced. I found this Micro 9 to be decently accurate, reliable, and very easy to conceal, which pretty much sums up what this Kimber was designed for to begin with. If you're in the market for a pocket-sized self-defense weapon and want something a bit more potent than a .380, this Kimber would certainly be worth considering. Well, that pretty much winds up my initial thoughts on this Kimber Micro 9. Until next time, practice often, shoot straight, and thanks for stopping by.